Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers as they square off against the #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
In your face.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
Well, looking forward to watching David Johnson bounce back from a rough season in 2018 because we know he has 2,000-yard potential. 1,000 on the ground, 1,000 in the air. And with a new offensive-minded coach in Arizona, look for his numbers to truly increase in 2019.
On second down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some that kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league, and to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the 2nd level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Safety DJ Swearinger brings not just athletic ability to the field, he also brings a strong belief that he can get to the football on every snap. An absolutely fierce hitter, you can feel his intensity even when you're sitting down and having a meeting with him prior to the game.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Set, block 15. Let's go.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Switch it.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
180, 190. Watch the curl,
Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
We're okay. Snap, 180.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jack 390, black 11.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
White, 85.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mike 58 right there. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shut up.
On 2nd down. It's Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Not to that. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Step round 80, 390. Check, 43. Let's get the ball.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Rivers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. It's going to be a long day.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down. Murray sets to throw. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
We own them. 36, 36.
And his pass incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Come on, man. We better now.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey, bro, 80. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
This is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Right side complete to Butler. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now from Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Two minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Now Murray, and he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. Murray has the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Murray now on 1st down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Larry Fitzgerald, no stranger to making big plays in overtime. I know you remember, Charles, divisional round 2015. Fitzgerald took a 75-yard pass to the 5 and then scored on a shovel pass to beat Green Bay.
That was something, wasn't it? And when it comes to Larry Fitzgerald, when I think of overtime, I always think big moments. This is a bigger stage, and it never bothers Larry Fitzgerald. In fact, he rises to it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime. And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice, but there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Allen alone to the right. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to keep the game alive. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to keep the game alive. Badgley able to knock this one through. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
Will 3 points be enough to do it? We'll soon know as we continue here in overtime. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next points you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, a run for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
I got you. Take 9, take 9.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.